and hello, everybody, and thank you for being here in this fine morning. I really wish that we could have seen each other face to face, but since you're making the effort to to look at my beautiful face for the next 20 minutes, I'll try to make the presentation as pleasant as possible. Um, okay. My name is Andrea Corbetta, and I'm Europe Sales Manager for Koamtac. I'm here to talk about social distance in a rugged mobile world today, bringing my experience with Koamtac products, but also before joining Koamtac, I was working in Decathlon, depending on the accent, which is one of the major retailer to first transitioning to full RFID. So I saw the complete process of RFID from not really working technology, if we can say that, on the field up to the amazing time saver and money saver that is today. What about Koamtac? I'll let you know about a little bit about the company later, but I can show you mostly why we're here at the RFID Wireless IoT Tomorrow show. This is the so-called Koamtac ecosystem. We provide easy to deploy end-to-end solution for anything that revolves around barcode charging, payment, and of course, RFID. Koamtac gives free SDK to all the customer for all the major operating system. And I'd like to say that we are a global Samsung partner. And for this reason, we have a very wide range of accessories for enterprise Samsung range, both tablet and smartphones. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the fact that the title of the presentation was picked a few months ago. So social distance, physical distance. When the title was selected, social distance as a combination of words was not an issue, let's say so. Moving forward, I think that the correct way to refer to this phenomenon would be physical distance. After 8 months of coronavirus pandemic, I think that there are some psychological components that needs to be taken care of. It has been a rough time for everybody, so let's try not to create any more bad thoughts. Rugged mobile world. What I mean with that and why do we fit in here? Leveraging the smartphone and tablet great specification, bringing an extra touch of ruggedness and data collection technology. That's what we do. And in our field, we can upgrade any phone or tablet to be a barcode reader and an RFID reader, as long as the phone has Bluetooth, and sometimes even not. We can bring RFID to it, no questions. RFID is a synonym of efficiency, and especially if paired with a fast-moving technology like consumer smartphone. This is the world mobile. And in a fast-paced world like the one we live in today, is essential to talk about an efficient technology and a safe technology. With the fact that you don't need proximity with RFID technology, there might no need to approach a product or to scan a barcode or an RFID tag. And for example, checkout will be more efficient and contactless in physical stores. BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy, another topic very important in this era will be Bluetooth technology. Thanks to the use of BLE, it is possible to analyze the strength of the signal and understand how close is the user to another BLE emitting device. So you see why that's very important right now. You know why we're here, but given the fact that I am the first speaker of the day in the section focused on COVID-19, I will just give you a general run through of the timeline of COVID, because this is exactly what affected our business and created new business opportunity, of course, destroying others. So the 7th of November 2019, there was the first recorded case of coronavirus in China. On the 9th of January, the news was made public about this coronavirus. And I remember that we were in the conference room in our offices in Princeton, and our Chinese colleague was telling us about this new virus in China. I mean, at that time, no one was worried and no one cared too much. And thinking back at this, it's crazy. Fast forward to the 8th of March, Italy was officially the first country to be affected by the virus, the first country that officially said that talk about this virus and the problem that we were having. And since I come from Italy, that I'll give you a perspective of what it looked like. My region, I am based close to Milano in Lombardia, went in full lockdown. And 3 days later, the World Health Organization declared global pandemic. So that's where we had the first wave. Then summertime happiness, we were just discussing before about holidays and everything. And same on the business side. So the possibility to meet some customers and see some people face to face, of course, with the mask on. But then the second wave came. So right now we're in the second wave, but some countries outside of the EU can be considered already in the third wave. So after a few weeks of the first wave, the world stopped, helpless. Some countries reacted strongly about this, shutting down everything, and some other kept on doing their daily business. How the world and the industry was impacted. Research center started to look for a cure. Now we hear about vaccine. It's news of today that the European Union will sign a lot of contract with different pharmaceutical companies to secure vaccines for us. Most of the countries went in full lockdown. Only healthcare, logistic, primary goods, and few other sectors still were very active. And retailers in many sectors stopped their operation, most of them moving to e-commerce. These two graphs show how COVID impacted retailers. I took retailers as an example. The graph on the left highlights the revenue of the retailer sector in Q1 2019, that's the dark blue, and Q1 2020. So we see a gross profit cut of more than 40%, while the net income saw a negative sign, with many brands losing cash, like I lose at poker. And the right graph shows the impact of e-commerce in Italy. So of COVID on e-commerce in Italy. As you can see, the majority of the e-commerce were highly negatively impacted by this pandemic and this situation. Few of them received a positive impact, but what I like to mention is the fact that this graph does not show any of the e-commerce that were born after the pandemic, because that's the positive side about it. Not all evil comes to harm. In Italy, we have seen a variety of initiatives that brought people together. From singing on the balcony, I'm sure you've seen videos of that, to helping each other. An engineer from northern Italy has invented a valve for a snorkeling mask of Decathlon. And if you've gone to the seaside in the past months of past years, I'm sure you've seen a lot of these. So they invented a valve to increase the number of ventilators in intensive care, which was a big problem. Ferrari converted its R&D center in Maranello to 3D valves. Singers, influencers like Chiara Ferragni built a whole new department in intensive care in hospitals, raising funds with their platform. To mention few of the new ideas to follow the regulation and avoid contacts, curbside deliveries in the trunk of the car, that was a good one, and potentially some of the retailers and shops used RFID in this matter. Deliveries to the doors of elderly people, but not only that. And it's good to see that many brands repurposed their assembly lines to make masks, vests, like 3M or Tesla, just to mention a couple. Um, Many businesses were affected in a negative way, but many more rose from those ashes. Especially, there was a feeling of community and staying together and finding the right way to proceed. I would like to quote the words of a great Olympian, Goran Nava, that he said, like time, we shall never stop. That's what we did. So, what happened to us, to our line of work? How are we doing business right now? My German colleague had been able to meet customers till not too long ago across the DACH. But from my side, we couldn't shake hands, or we started to, I mean, if we can call shake elbows. Uh, right now, it's old WebEx, Teams, Zoom, GoTo meetings. I mean, look at us today. We were supposed to be in the same room looking at each other, but now I'm looking at black screens and lines of names. Uh, so I really hope that people are still listening. But business closed, that was lockdowns. So we needed to find new ways to proceed, to push through with what we have. But the bottom line is that we had to do it in complete safety. And really, shop had to adapt to survive. Who didn't use barcodes, now it's deploying them. Who used barcodes, now is thinking, why not RFID? Of course, RFID is a big investment. So besides the summertime happy months, now the economy will probably contract again, even though the Dow Jones and the FTSE MIB are still rising. When you talk to companies, they are relentless and think about business in 2021. Let's see how the vaccine story goes. Let's see. There's a lot of uncertainty, but the thing that is certain is that RFID and BLE can really help to push through, to work in a complete safe environment. We've seen also a go back to basic approach in some cases. And if we look at the example of Walmart, they've dropped the Bossa Nova robotics contract, which was making this auto reading robots. And they will continue to scan barcodes and RFID with humans instead of machines. So some companies have shut their doors, some others have found innovative holes in the market, new lines of business. And talking about Zoom, Teams, and WebEx, I don't want to do a free advertisement to this brand, but I think that they were genius. And I honestly think that most of the people that are watching me right now are in the same situation. So wearing a shirt on top and pajama on bottom, if you're wearing any pajama. So companies are starting to make modern solution for the way we're living. People aren't meeting physically anymore, so maybe they don't need to wear a full suit, and finding and creating markets that did not exist before. On a more serious note, RFID has been spreading widely in many verticals and industries. It is the standard and will be the standard for retailers in the years to come. Efficiency, time and money saver, added value, and now, as I said, in times of uncertainty, RFID is an amazing partner for physical distance, reducing the time on the sales floor for inventory, for example. RFID technology is fundamental in asset tracking for mission critical environment like army, police, fire department, retailers like we see every day, and as said before with Decathlon, for example, they find a great benefit in such a solution. RFID uses radio frequency electromagnetic fields to transfer data and automatically identify and track baggage tags. The technology enables bags to be identified and tracked without the need of human intervention, making it easier to comply with the International Air Transport Association standards, and that's how baggage handling is evolving. The IATA have previously published a study on the benefits of this particular technology, estimating that RFID could reduce the number of mishandled bags by an extra 25% by the end of 2020. And I'm sure that they've reached the goal since no one was traveling this year. But what's more, research from 2017 showed that the RFID technology could save the air transport industry up to $3 billion in baggage mishandling costs. Also, RFID plays an important role in all types of healthcare facilities, and I'll show you why. It is critical for these companies to be able to manage and track a variety of items needed for daily operation, and these as an exponential increase in this perilous time, such as during a pandemic. In large hospitals or crowded laboratories, assets of all shapes and size can be misplaced, lost, or stolen. These assets are often moved from different floors to zone areas, different rooms, different people are engaging with them. So any asset can be moved from the facility and needs to be properly managed, especially if we're talking about high value items or like pieces of equipment, ventilators, but also personal stuff of the patients. So healthcare. I would like to show you this video. To start the video, as you can see right now, the nurse has a mobile in her pockets, and keep this in mind, it will come in handy in the next topic. Olympus is a software company that created an environment where NFC scanner is used in combination with barcode technology to keep track of patients and equipment. As you see from the video, and it will be clear in a few seconds, NFC is fundamental to record who, where, and what has been used to treat a patient. Because as we know, barcodes and RFID tags never lies. NFC technology was considered a safe technology in these environments since many, many years now. And I mean, if it's safer in what's supposed to be the safest place, I'm sure that it can be replicated in other places. Before, we used to talk about wireless technology, and this video was made before physical distance was even a thing. Now, besides wireless, I would add contactless. And thanks to BLE technology, this type of relationship with safety is even stronger. In 2020, many companies have developed contact tracing application linked to Bluetooth beacons of every kind. In Italy, we have a government app called Immuni, which uses geolocalization and contact tracing via Bluetooth of the smart devices to identify the map of contacts of a COVID-positive person. The main goal is to keep the workforce safe in all environments, both at work and at home. In a bank in Italy, they've instituted a COVID task force that basically walks around the office at the different floors and reminds everybody to keep their mask on, keep the distance, don't group in front of the coffee machine. Others have adopted more technological solution, for example, Bluetooth beacons, that leveraging the Bluetooth technology can keep track of the contacts and beep when someone is too close for too long. And of course, too close and too long have been decided subjectively by different companies and countries. So most of these Bluetooth beacons and BLE tracking devices are fully programmable from the proprietary application. I hope that it was you were able to see those videos and were not too slow or too cranky. The KDC 180, that's a Koamtac scanner. I'm using Koamtac videos because we're owner of those videos, so it's easier to put them in this kind of presentation. And as you see, the KDC 180 is a Koamtac scanner with RFID and BLE capabilities. So these type of devices are usually easily configurable from a smartphone and have an automated system alert. Are physical distance devices the correct choice moving forward? I don't have an answer. I'm not in a position to answer to this question, but my hope is to get back out there, meeting customers and shaking hands as soon as possible. As I said before, mobile rugged world, smartphone manufacturers can put on the table the best of the best technologies in the market. Combined with SLED with RFID capabilities, can bring this solution to a whole new level. Virtually any device, smartphone or tablet can be equipped with solutions like this. Moreover, if I can mention the KDC-180 Koamtac wearable scanner, as a half watt UHF antenna for short and medium range distance reading, and it comes with BLE technology. So it can combine the safety of RFID with the safety of BLE and contact tracing. If we think about the nurse in the video before, and we talk about the BYOD, the bring your own device philosophy, we can talk even more about safety since every employee has its own device. There are less touch points, and in general, people are more inclined to know and use the technology with the user experience that is found in smartphone and that they're already familiar with. As you can see here in this quick video, it's important that every employee has its own devices. So as you can see, there are many of these devices out there. In terms of RFID reading and BLE technology, I'm bringing the Koamtac example, but as you can see, easily removable. Each person has its own device to work. The biggest investment, which is the scanner, can be transferred from different workers, but the bottom line, the thing that comes in touch with their skin and with their persona, it is personal. Koamtac Inc. is an American-Korean company with HQ in Princeton, New Jersey. We were founded in 2002 by engineer and inventor Dr. Han-Jin Lee, which is the current president of the company. We have operation all around the globe. In South Korea, our engineers and product design really make the magic happen. In New Jersey, USA, America sales team and marketing team offer a great support to our EU operations. And for Europe, we have a wonderful team with bases in Milano, Italy, and Bremen, Germany, where Gaetano, Jonas, and I are based. I'll let you figure out who is the German guy between us three. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I hope that the presentation left you something positive. I would like to thank the organization of the show for making everything happen and from bringing us together, everybody in the same digital or virtual room. It was a real pleasure. Please visit our digital booth. You can find videos, picture, and info regarding our product, but also if you want to have a deeper discussion regarding these topics, please reach out to me, to my colleague Jonas. We are at complete disposition for any information or question that you have. So we will be very happy to assist you. Global pandemic has struck our world, but I'm sure that we are stronger. We're stronger to this, and we can rise to the challenges. I can't wait to hear the other speakers that will surely bring you some wonderful, wonderful presentations. I pass the microphone back to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation, Andrea. It's our pleasure to host this event, and we are really glad that you're participating, and everyone here as well. Now I have here a few questions from the audience, so I will just read them out to you so that you can answer them. What is the benefit of using RFID for social distancing, given that BLE has already device to device proximity sensing capabilities. Also, how does the RFID work? Does every sensor also have an RFID reader embedded? What is the battery consumption of these devices?
Okay, a long one, but I'll try to answer. Okay, there are many devices out there. Some of them are just Bluetooth devices, so they're just Bluetooth beacon that using the BLE. The beauty of BLE technology is that it is possible to analyze the signal strength and so see how far is a Bluetooth beacon compared to another. And when I talk about beacon, it can be a beacon, can be a scanner, it can be any BLE device. So not all of them have these two combined solution, but when you put them together in a single environment, and it depends on the use case and where they have to use, there is no unique solution. I mean, right now the solution that is used is let people to stay home, they work from home, but it's not sustainable in different environments. So if we think, for example, a warehouse where they have to do picking operations, it's good to have some kind of device that lets you signal you how far is your persona from another person, from another user. So you know that you have to be 1 meter, 2 meters, 5 meters apart. And at the same time, with RFID technology, you don't need, and in that case, for example, with the KDC-180, you don't need to pick up any device. You can just scan it with contactless. And that's how there is no transmission of anything. The tags stay on their own, and the products or the pallets, whatever, they stay far apart from each other. So it's a combination of technologies that can keep us apart, which it's sad to say like this, but that's a good way to keep ourselves and the users of these devices healthy and safe. And of course, this then transmit to their families and their loved ones.
Thank you. And what about the battery consumption of these devices?
Again, if we talk on a general level, Bluetooth beacons, sometimes they have batteries that last for months also. In terms of devices like this, if we talk about RFID and BLE, depending on the usage, depending on the numbers of scan, and depending on the numbers of contacts, the batteries can last from a shift up to 2 shifts. If I have to mention what Koamtac brought to the market, so the KDC-180, which I think it's a great, absolutely great device. There is also a removable battery, so there is no worry about battery loss. I mean, once a battery is dead, you can just exchange it, put in a new one, and go back to their duties. It's just a matter of 30 seconds to reboot the device, to reboot the BLE, and to reboot the RFID. So it's very quick, very simple, and it doesn't create any battery problem.
The next question is there any possibility to use your BLE social distancing beacons with gateways?
I am not sure about this. I can find out, and I don't know who had this question, but if you can reach out to us through our emails, or if you can touch down to our booth, then we can discuss this further.
The next question, can your BLE social distancing beacon store some violation data in its memory when there is no connection to any gateway or mobile app?
Okay, all the informations are stored in the device, which then sends everything to a mother device, which can be, for example, a smartphone, a computer, a tablet, and then all these information are treated with different privacy reasons and privacy terms from the company itself. But yes, the device itself, I think, I'm not 100% sure. I can check this one, but stores everything in the scanner. It has a 8 megabyte RAM.
And what is the IP rating?
The IP rating of if we're talking about the small device, so the KDC 180, the RFID and BLE device, the wearable one, IP rating is 68 with, I'm sorry, 65 with 1.8 meters drop spec.
Okay. And the last question here, it's what type of battery does your do your BLE devices use, and how long is the typical operation time per charge if it's a rechargeable battery?
Okay, they are lithium-ion batteries, and as I mentioned before, they are removable. So there is no time. I mean, potentially the user can work a 24-hour shift, not the 24-hour shift, but 24-hour day, just exchanging the batteries. To recharge the battery, we're talking about a few hours of recharge. So from 0 to full, I think it's around 3-4 hours.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Andrea. For all the other questions that have been submitted, unfortunately, we do not have time for these. I'm very sorry, but you can reach out to Mr. Corbetta at his booth at the
Please.
digital exhibition. And now we will have to move on to the next speaker.
All right.
I will now switch.
Yep. Thank you very much for everything. And if you have any more questions, just reach out to us at our booth.